Yeah, for sure. Because like everyone knew I was out there, innit?
Yeah.
It's not that I'm big or anything, but especially within the UK Muay Thai scene, it's pretty like everyone knows each other, don't they? So it's like when I came back, like I knew the eyes would be like not just on me, but also expecting. I feel like they expect a certain standard because I did well out there as well, didn't I? I had like 5 fights, 4 wins. Even the one I lost was like still a decent, like split decision and a decent fight. So yeah, but it's funny. I think I said when we were chatting before, like the most pressure was from myself. Like I wasn't even bothered about everyone else. It was like to me, it was like you've got to show to yourself that you've leveled up.
So I think that's with all fight, you kind of put that pressure on.
Yeah, like every fight, but especially like you say, especially because I'd done a big stint in Thailand, people are expecting it, and yeah, I think we were our own harshest critic, so I was definitely like onto myself about it.
How was the crowd?
Good man, like I sold quite a few tickets from here, like I can't remember, like maybe like 60 to 80, so like quite a lot.
Good crowd.
So there's a lot of support from the gym. And it's like a cool arena, do you know what I mean? Like you've got people looking down from the balcony. Yeah, mate, fucking straight into it. So like, I knew he was going to come forward, didn't I?
Yeah.
So the plan was to keep my distance in that, and then I can always remember after the first round, I was just like, fuck's sake, I just spent like the first like minute or whatever, just in the clinch, I guess about 30 seconds. But you can see I'm like circling, keeping the range, like jabs. Just like clean strikes, and clean long strikes. Obviously the classic left peg.
Southpaw versus orthodox.
Yeah, you know, it's just bread and butter. Like my style's just like clean basics, just bread and butter in it. Like use the jab, use the feint, circle to your right. You know, move away from the power side.
Yeah. Now, when you do move away from the power side, you through.
Look at the same time.
Yeah. Now, is that more of a safety to get around your opponent? So if they do throw anything?
A bit, like, I can't lie, when you're in there, you're not really, it's something we try and teach, and it's like you're just flowing.
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of decide as I see what he's doing. So like if his arm comes out and I see the gap, I just like flick it round. So obviously you're trying to control the fight, so it's not just moving, you want to like, piss him off a bit basically, like flick something in him and then maybe set up the kick, or just give you that extra little second to just think about what to do next. But obviously southpaw orthodox, you're always playing with the lead hand a bit. So yeah, to be honest, like I am thinking, yeah, I want to whack him with the hook.
Yeah. But
at the same time, I'm just trying to control him and distract him and yeah, again, it's like controlling the fight. Like that one was like just tap tap.
Now, when you are tapping, is that to keep your opponent at bay or just to gauge the distance?
I say to people, like, it's a bit of everything, you know. Like, when you throw a jab, it's not just to jab someone. It's like, 1, I want to distract them, 2, I'm measuring, you know, 3, I'm setting up a strike, you know, 4, it could just be,
oh yeah, that's effective. Play that.
So that's like, the thing on my left peg is like, I don't know if you've heard of someone called Sankor, like an old golden age fighter, and he just had a bad boy left kick. And what I loved about it is like people knew it was coming at it, but they couldn't do anything about it. Like everyone knows I'm gonna kick, like everyone knows I'm gonna left kick. But I kind of pride myself in thinking it don't matter if you know, like I'm still gonna land it. And I try and throw it at like different heights, sometimes the ribs, the legs.
Oh, so you can never guess what?
Yeah, and it all looks the same, so like this, look, it just looks like I'm gonna kick. Like it's just like any old kick. And it just goes like, you know, it's like shin round the head. But I don't like, you know, some people lack flexibility, they'll bend, you know what I mean? If they bend, you can kind of guess they're gonna try and throw it.
I think it was bent for that. Kevin Rossi said quite a lot, used to.
And it can work, do you know what I mean? Like you can move your head offline when you throw it. Like that looked identical, but that was straight to his ribs. And then sometimes I'll do it and do like his inside leg or whatever. But yeah, man, the game is just to keep trying to stay light on my feet, keep the distance. Because I knew Junior would come forward. Like the thing with Junior, like obviously he's really experienced, and mate, he's fought some really good guys, and like people do respect him, but like because he's not got the most beautiful style, I do think he's a bit underestimated, underappreciated. Like he is good, mate. Like when I was fighting, when I was watching him fight back, I was like, he is doing good stuff. Like it might not be the cleanest and look the nicest, but especially as the fight goes on, like he knows I'm trying to keep it long. Like when I step in, he'll like throw a hook as I step that way. Like he works the body, he goes up and down, works the legs, and he got me with a good elbow, mate. Like when I actually like spotted the elbow, I was like, fuck yeah, that was clean, mate. How he got me. So yeah, and I know he's tough. I've seen in a lot of his fights, people, because you can just whack him, and you know, he don't move his head, because you can land stuff, people just go crazy like early doors and they gas themselves out. That was a nice little fake teeth knee. And yeah, they just try and bang him in it, and he just keep coming, and then they get tired. And then he just kind of steamrolls through. He don't stop, and he actually builds momentum throughout the fight. So I knew in it, like, don't matter how much I bang him. Like after that head kick, like he wobbled, but I didn't just think, right, this is it, and just fucking go crazy. You know? But this fight was nice. Like we did a bit of everything, like punches, kicks, knees, teeps, elbows, clinch. It was like a good, well-rounded fight. Can't help but laugh at it.
Yeah.
I can see.
There you go again with the.
So I keep like the arm and the wrist. It's hard to defend, isn't it? Like it's hard to catch up by your wrist. So you can't do like that underarm catch with it. And especially like southpaw orthodox. You know, it fucks up your power hand. Like a lot of people when they fight me, they're just like, yeah, my arm's fucked. He's like, how funny, like you're proving somebody else who's more like, you know, like Junior's such a nice guy, man, like I proper rate him. But somebody else could just like fucking elbow me when I bounced off the ropes, you know what I mean? But yeah, he was strong, man, like he was like, I'm quite obsessed with like, I don't want to look flustered.
Yeah. So
like when we were clinching, I was just taking my time, but at the same time, like he's strong, mate, like he's really leaning his weight into me. I didn't want to try and tire myself out, trying to like overdo him in the clinch, so I just tried to keep my shape. And I did alright, like when I do throw a knee, it's more, like that was just classic, kind of like tap tap, but he's going to come after me now, bang, kick.
I enjoyed this one.
Yeah. Yeah, look, that was something called lagai, which I like, in Thailand they call it lagai, which means like sudden punch. So it's like Thais are really good at it, where they just throw their backhand just out of nowhere. There's like no load, just like push off the back leg, and then like I stepped into the knee after. But yeah, man, I enjoyed it. I was happy with it. Like I kind of did everything that I'd been training to do. Like that's when you know you're like my movement was good. I didn't get caught in a scrap. I didn't get reckless. Landed like the straights, the hooks, the elbows, the knee, teep fakes, and all that.
How was it fighting 3 rounds as opposed to traditional fight?
I don't know, man. It's just, and especially with someone like Junior, who's like I said, like as soon as we touched gloves, mate, he just came at me. We were in the clinch, and it's like, that's a nice elbow as well. Funny little push up. I don't know what you like. You know, I know when you fight, you do stuff that you just do. Do you know what I mean? So like, I found it funny, like an elbow, and I'm just like pushed him away, like shoved him in the face. But yeah, 3 rounds is like, I don't know, you might think it's alright because it's not, you know, it's not as tiring, but it's stressful because you're not getting used to each other. Yeah, you just got back, like, especially like, look, he's just coming after me now, and yeah, it's just a bit more, even like, that's why I like stuff like the Y crew. Like the Y crew just gets you used to your surroundings, gets you used to the canvas, the ring. And like, I don't know, man, I've always said to people, like, it's these little things, like having the 5 rounds, having the Y crew. You know, it would mean your fighters are like, I don't know, I just think they're more relaxed, more suitable. But in Thailand, even when I fought in like Raja, and that's a bit different now, it's a bit more commercialised. But I love it didn't matter who it was, it's just like, right, next fight, get in the ring, Y crew, fight. And it's like, people say it's long, but here they do, you know, walk out shoot, commentator, right, this fight is da-da-da-da-da. Then the ref comes and it's like, you're spending probably just as much time as if we just called out the names and did a wide crew, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I prefer 5 rounds, obviously, it's just like proper tight. But yeah, he's coming after me this round. Yeah, but it's here, you know. Yeah. But like, I enjoyed it, man. Like, I knew he was going to keep coming forward, but one of the commentators said, I think it was Danny, he's like, Heason's had his back on the ropes the whole fight, but he seemed comfortable, do you know what I mean? It's nice when you get commentators that pick up on like what you're trying to do. They even mentioned stuff about me training with Samar, and I think it's Vinny, or I think Vinny says like, yeah, he's trying to emulate it, and I was like, yeah, gasses me up, mate. Like, you can see I'm trying to be like, you know, I don't care about like, obviously other titles are cool and that, but one, I want to fight good names, but two, I want people to like recognise a good style. You know, you know me, I'm not in it just to have a war.
Yeah, so when they see your name on the card, they know.
It's like, oh, okay, that's going to be like a slick fight, like that's going to be cool. And I think if we just give up on that, like you're abandoning it, do you know what I mean? Like how are you ever going to teach people to appreciate it if everything about what's going on is against it, do you know what I mean? If it's all about a war and we want to see knockouts and bonuses and little gloves and rah rah rah, it just it takes away the art from it. Yeah, mate, you kept getting my body and like squeezing. You know, you're not allowed to like meant to squeeze at the bottom, but you're squeezing me like right in the middle and leaning into me, and yeah, it's funny. Me and Junior were chatting after the fight. He's like, "Where you hurting?" I was like, "Mate, you hurt my back, to be honest." But it's good, man. Like other than my cut, and obviously like a tiny bit of bruising on my shin, I was like perfectly fine. Do you know what I mean? So it was a good day at the office.